This is my audience. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jeff Benson, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the state of internet freedom. First off, I'd like to start with a quick illustration. Imagine, for example, that you are a movie critic and that you are uploading reviews of particular movies to your favorite website. Now, what if, for example, one of your critiques of a favorite film was suddenly shut down and was removed from the internet by the movie studios simply because they did not like what you posted about such a film? This is a crazy idea, right? Or is it? Like I said, my name is Jeff Benson, and I'm a citizen of the internet. That's what I consider myself to be. I'm also a believer in free speech and the rights of Americans, and I'm also been a participant in several anti-censorship movements. Moving right along, we're going to start with the history of internet censorship. Back in 1998, China began what was called the Golden Shield Project. It has been since nicknamed the Great Firewall of China, and it has proceeded to have incredible impact on the Chinese people. For example, if one is to go to China and use their internet search system, you cannot actually look up the events of Tiananmen Square because the government themselves they've censored what can be said there. More recently, we had in late 2011 the situations in Egypt, and the government actually came along and, according to Canali, after a video protester was shot and that video was then posted to the internet, the government then proceeded to shut down the entire internet for the entire country of Egypt, causing a massive uproar and complete disruption in communications. Let's move on to just a few more recent things. These are current efforts that are going on right now in our government to censor the internet. We had begun in late 2011. There was the SOPA Act, the Stop Online Piracy Act, and that was designed to protect intellectual property. However, unfortunately, it has since expanded to include the removal of legitimate content that is passed off as an illegal source from big media companies. Something that's lesser known is the Anti-Counterfeiting Trade Agreement, which was also begun in late 2011 as an international effort by the European Union to do very similar things to SOPA, and it has since caused an incredible uproar amongst the people of Europe. Google has had some very interesting relations with China, actually. Going back to what I said earlier about the Great Firewall and the Golden Shield Project, China has since had issues where in Hong Kong, they've been rerouting Chinese internet searchers through the Hong Kong system. That has caused some very interesting political disruptions amongst the two. The user reaction to what has been happening, I'm trying to base all of this off of a piece of scripture in John 8:38. It says, "And you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." And I personally believe that by having a free internet, we can in turn know the truth, and that will set us free. We have the Mozilla Foundation, which has been doing some great things when it comes to protecting the rights of internet users and keeping everything safe. There's been a growing number of congressional opposition with these SOPA acts and with ACTA and things like that. There's been a great outcry by the members of the European internet system. They've been doing what's called Stop ACTA. And more recently, China themselves, they have been issuing certificates to service providers, and what that is doing is that it's opening up a freer market. Just in conclusion, I would like to just talk about what we've been discussing here. We've been talking about the history of censorship on the internet. We've been discussing the current efforts, and we have then gone to what you can do as a user to stop such a threat. The ability for large corporations and for the US government to control the internet has to be stopped, and it has to be kept free. The internet needs to be kept open for all of its users. I'd like to present to you my works cited. Again, my name is Jeff Benson. I'd like to thank you all for being here.